I've promised to help you become vastly successful. I mean, I want you to have achievement that's have achievement. I want you to go from glory to glory, success to success. But there's a front end to that. You got to go through some of the fiery hoops. You got to get tested by universe with challenge after challenge after challenge. And you're going to have the roadblocks in front of you. You're going to have to go over, under, around, or through them. So I'm going to introduce you to a lot of different personalities, a lot of different characters. I've been blessed to read 5,000, almost 6,000 biographies and autobiographies with stories. And once you listen to them and hear them and think about them, you'll say, hey, wait a second. He or she did it. I'm impressed, and I can express some of that same stuff. From every one of them, you'll glean some little truth that'll give you the resilience, the strength, the overcoming power to get from here to there, to get to the fulfillment of your destiny. And if you're a movie maven like my wife and I are, one of the guys you've obviously seen in 96 different movies is my colleague and sort of friend, I at least know him to say hello, is Sylvester Stallone. Sly Stallone has a real story, though, that you probably don't know. He's one, like you and I, he's nobody from nowhere that had done nothing but be a B-class actor. And he had high dreams, high vision, high desire. Made a decision like I'm asking you to do. You make the deep decision. Your subconscious will make the provision. It'll go from conscious to subconscious to superconscious to God conscious. And you'll say, holy cow, I can do stuff that I couldn't do. But in 1974, Sly Stallone was a broke, out of work, B actor living in nowhere New York City, barely hanging on by his fingernails. So, of course, he could write to all that because he was there. He was inspired by watching a movie when Muhammad Ali was fighting and boxing a nobody boxer. And this is it. He thought, oh my gosh, that's it. That's my one idea. I've told you got to have one idea and then one contact, and voila. He had one idea. Now his contact's my friend Peter Guber that put his hand on the script, knew that it would make it, and made it for $1 million, which we're going to talk about how much that has made and how much it changed his life and his future and a lot of people's future. When you succeed, you immediately help 250 other people become successful at levels they couldn't done. He said, that's it. He beat it on his chest. He said, I could be a fighter against the world. He writes the screenplay in the unbelievable short time of 3 days. Now, in the future, we'll talk about all the other people that write, but he just went in and he put himself on a channel. Now, remember, just like there's 500 TV channels on your TV nowadays, you lock into one channel at a time. If you lock in the channel, you can do something or you can't do something. Like Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can and you have to, you get it done. We've taught Parkinson's law. Time expands or contracts of what you do. And he did it in 3 days. It was magnificent. He was down to his last $106. He submitted it to his agent. He was offered $20,000 if either Burt Reynolds or Ryan O'Neal would take the lead. He rejects it. He's broke. He's upset, but he is determined that he is going to play the lead if he has to play it for free because he knows this is a career choice. This is a destiny moment. Every one of us has a destiny moment. I've taught you elsewhere, the mind and the universe is plastic to your imagination is a future realization, materialization. We'll go over it in lots of different ways so you look at it. But he was impressing universe that it had to be him or there'd be no Rocky movie made. They offered him $80,000 and he says, if I don't play the lead, I refuse. They come back, they offer $200,000, but they say, look, Robert Redford's got to play the lead. He said, no way, did you not hear me? This is why I say you got to make a decision. You got to get definite with the infinite if you want to have an infinite result, which all of you do, or you wouldn't be watching my stuff regularly like this. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for sharing with friends, because let's all break through, because consciousness gets us out of poverty. His conscious decision and desire got him out of poverty and a lot of other people. He's offered $300,000, and he says, wait, I don't want to live my life. What if I had been the guy in the lead role? That's the way you got to play this game. It's an all or nothing. You decide in favor of yourself positively and correctly that you're going to imprint universe with your own success, your own identity, your own indicia, your own imprimatur. You got to herald it. He heralded it. They said, okay, look, $330. He said, look, I'd rather not see it made if I'm not in it, if I'm not the lead, if I'm not Rocky Balboa. They said, I know Peter Guber told me, I know I got to do this. He said, finally they agreed. He netted $6,000 instead of $330,000 by deciding that he was going to do the lead. What's the principle here, ladies and gentlemen? It is follow your gut. Follow your personal gun, so to speak. Stallone was nominated Best Actor. This is a movie that came out when I was doing all the Century 21 talks. Right? He picked the songs. He picked everything. Got 3 Academy Awards for it. He has since been, like I said, in 96 major movies, many of which he wrote. He's an actor. He's a writer. He's a screenwriter. He's a director. He's a producer. He's an investor. He's the owner. He is now worth the staggering sum of $400 million. The point is, he decided he could have a movie that overcame at the roughest, most trying time America was having. I was living through that when everybody in New York was scared litless, didn't know what to do, didn't know if there was going to be a tomorrow. He writes the movie that gave America strength, gave it vitality, gave it passionate purposefulness, said if you have a magnificent obsession, you can become a world champion. You can become a world record holder. You can be a history maker. I'm saying that's your story, my story, our story. We're all here to overcome the odds just like Rocky Balboa did, Sly Stallone did. And I'm saying you can. And if you don't believe you can, just believe that I believe you can, and you can do it.